the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is
Professor Don Ennis here at Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, where I've had a most exciting evening, the Quinnipiac Bobcats versus the Yale Bulldogs. I talked to some Quinnipiac students, and they talked about why they're so excited.
I think they give us a lot of opportunities. I think, I was really taken back by how much the students are able to do when it comes to the sports media side of things. You know, I don't know how other schools are, but I know Quinnipiac does a great job at that.
I think it's a fun sport to watch.
How you choose what pictures to take?
I think practice, getting yourself out there, and then you'll figure out, as you figure out the game, you figure out where to go.
When I first got to Quinnipiac, I knew I wanted to be a broadcaster, and I looked into what the school had to offer, for the broadcasting program, and I signed up for it, and I just kind of didn't really think about it. I just kind of went, full foot forward.
I also got to witness firsthand the Bobcats cheer squad and band. Wow! As for the game, it was exciting from start to finish. Quinnipiac led the way from the first period all the way to the end. So after the game, I went to a news conference here at Sacred Heart where the Quinnipiac coach and one of the players took questions from the media, including students attending Quinnipiac University.
Coach, looking at the weekend as a whole with the tournament, just what do you think of Sacred Heart hosting it in just the fifth year of the event?
I mean, obviously we're disappointed in not being in the championship game and not winning a trophy this weekend, but I thought Sacred Heart did a phenomenal job. The rink is first class.
Jeremy, for you, the Bean Pot, the last couple of years, what were your thoughts on CT Ice?
It was really cool. Obviously a little bit different.
I have to admit, one of my favorite moments of the entire game was whenever one of the Yale Bulldogs got put in the penalty box, these three little kids who support Quinnipiac made faces at them and rubbed their butts up against the plastic. Watch. Because I didn't get a really good shot of them, I asked them to redo it for me.
There's a high drive belted deep towards left. Siani back to the track at the fence. It's gone!
The voice of the Hartford Yard Goats, Jeff Dooley, a frequent guest lecturer of mine, offers this advice for students pursuing the new Bachelor of Arts in Sports Communications at Quinnipiac.
Get out there and talk to the sports information folks about covering some Hartford stuff and some other professional sports as well. And I think an internship is a really good opportunity to work in that field. Those that want to do the sports casting directly, reps are the important thing. It's important that you get out there and that you learn how to broadcast. It doesn't matter if it's a Red Sox or Yankees game or a Yard Goats game or a Little League game. The important thing is that you get out there when you broadcast and you get your reps.
It doesn't get any better than this guy.
Another frequent guest lecturer, sports director Jonah Karp from Fox 61, has this advice.
Be a sponge. Ask a lot of questions. There's nothing more magnetic than kindness and humility. It's refreshing and it helps you make friends. And in this business, you're going to want friends. And it also helps you learn. If you're coachable, you'll learn fast and you'll grow quickly and you'll rise up the ranks. Nothing's more off-putting and nothing makes people want to root against you more than somebody who presents as a know-it-all, right? So keep that in mind as well. Ask a lot of questions. It's a very tricky thing when you walk into a newsroom and you're the youngest person there and you want to feel like you belong because you want to come off as confident and like you know what you're doing. Nobody expects you to know everything from day one.
On Friday night, I was at the M&T Arena to watch the Bobcats host the Fairfield Stags. Made sure I got there early enough to see how communication students were getting ready for the big game and to talk to them about what they loved about their studies at Quinnipiac.
Sports media, just do it. It's a lot of fun, especially if you like sports, if you like covering sports. It's great fun. There's so much to do out there. You can be a writer, you can be on camera, you can be behind the camera, obviously. So many opportunities out there.
And what is it you want to do when you graduate?
Something behind the camera, either still photojournalism or be a news photojournalist.
So this is actually my first year being here. So much more hands-on experience that I really love. Like, you're getting the reps in. They're giving you like real life scenarios. I'm able to pitch my own stories, talking to different athletes. So it really feel like you're in the real world. I really love that. I didn't get that as much, I feel, in my undergrad.
I have the opportunity to work for Quinnipiac's athletics here and be able to create content for the men's basketball team, which has given me a lot of opportunity, and it's been great.
What do you think Quinnipiac has given you in terms of your education?
It's given me a lot of the material experiences in learning how to operate a camera, learning how to put together a news package, news writing, whatever it may be, but it's also the real world opportunities. So being able to do something like this.
Right. I want to ask you a sensitive question, and you can say I don't want to answer that, but being a woman, it's hard.
Yeah, definitely going into the classroom, you already know, not going to be too many women, African-American women as well, but you kind of just go through it. It's a really good group, a really good crowd, but not making that like settle me to like kind of be timid or not, but continue to go out, outreach, be outgoing, and not letting that stop me. You know, I'm still going to be getting good opportunities, still be able to do my best and do that as well.
What's the one thing you wish you had that you didn't get so far?
That's a good question. I wish I didn't have to pay for my own camera equipment.
Maybe, I guess, in the maybe more hands-on experience, even people who come in, I feel it's a little bit of a disadvantage because I haven't been here, so like they know things like the studio and stuff like that. So maybe having a little bit knowing like, hey, not everyone is on the same level here because not all of us came from the same schools. We might not have been working on this like they have. So sometimes it feels I'm kind of catching up a little bit because I'm not as familiar with the campus or familiar with the equipment they have. But they still do a pretty good job accommodating, but maybe like more accommodation for that, like just like a little one-on-one, like, hey, for those of you who haven't been here, this is how you do this and this and this.
Honestly, I think a lot more collaboration. I want more individuals. I want to be a part of a team, you know.
Not be a solo guy.
Yeah.
I was watching you run around.
Yeah, I'm trying to get every angle, you know, so.
As a matter of fact, he was so busy running around taking pictures that he almost didn't notice himself on the karaoke cam. Another photographer, Rob Rasmussen, had this to say about what he thought QU students need to know. They think they can just show up at games. Someone needs to show them the rules, where they can and can't go, why there's a dotted line around the basket. What both photographers and I saw was a wild crowd, really engaged. And Amari Monroe got the crowd on their feet. One QU student tweeted that this is, without question, the best home atmosphere Quinnipiac has played in all year.
And your final score of tonight's game, the Quinnipiac University Bobcats, 81.
On the way off the court, every player was getting a high five from fans, and it was just electric. And Keith Gaithier was waiting in that locker room. Keith has cerebral palsy, and earlier, during the warm-up, Keith was actually on the hardwood, getting high fives from every player. He is the Quinnipiac's #1 fan, and I will tell you, there's a story here that someone has to tell. So it's after the game, and kids are getting to play basketball. Isn't that awesome? What an experience, what a crowd! This was wonderful. I really enjoyed every moment of this exciting game. And what really struck me was how much the students are really involved and really love the program. It made a big impression on me. Enthusiasm is 99%. 99% of what I bring and what everyone has to bring. You have to be excited to do this. So, from the M&T Arena, this is Don Ennis signing off.